What's going on, YouTube? Back at you with another video. Hey, about to go out and start my morning. What time is it? It's like 8 o'clock. Anyway, I wanted to get out a little bit quicker, but yeah, it's another story. Just want to ask you guys a quick question. So when you give an estimate, sometimes I get calls from, I'm sure a lot of you guys been in this situation. You get a call from a customer and they got a duplex. They got a duplex, right? Now, some duplexes are small. The duplex yards are small, so they're half and half. Or you got the duplexes that's like, you know, doggone like two houses, or, you know, a house and a half. So the backyard is actually big. This particular one was not the condo type duplexes and things like that, where you got the smaller front yard and then half of a backyard, or they're connected together, things like that, and it's small. This is like a regular house. Probably look like it's probably 2 or 3 bedrooms on each side, and it's just a regular big old house, you know, and they want you to cut the lawn. So I get over there, I take a look at it. You know, it looks like an older couple because they got all this little stuff in the backyard where you got to trim around and things like that. And they had a dining table with a light that they hung outside off a tree. It was cool looking, but it had too much going on out there where, you know, you're going to be like trying to trim around things on one side. Then on the other side was kind of cool, but, you know, was you know, all open. But anyway, I told them, I gave them a price, and I gave them a decent price. I said, look, I could give you a price if you want me to cut this property weekly. I need, what did I say? I think I told them 97. I think I told them $97.50. $97.50. That way, each side is paying almost like $48 a piece weekly, which is a deal because my minimum is $52 to $55. So, and I'm telling all my newer customers $55 to start out with it for my minimum. But even though this is one house, I'm like, hey, I'll cut it for $97, and that way you guys are splitting it off $48 a piece, $48.75 a piece, that you guys are contributing to this mow, because it's trimming involved, the fence, trimming around all this decorative crap and stuff like that. Well, it's not crap, but you know what I mean. Decorative stuff, you know it's gonna be. And I'm thinking, anytime I go to somebody's house and I'm like looking around to see like what all I gotta trim, I'm thinking about 90 degrees outside. I'm thinking about 95 degrees outside. That's what I'm really thinking about. I don't know why I do that, but I automatically start thinking about how I'm going to react to this yard when that sun is beating down on you. And that'll make me determine, like, okay, I'm charging a little bit more for this just because of the trimming. So I just do that, you know. I just automatically think how I'm going to feel when it gets to be 95 and 97 degrees, and sometime 100 degrees outside, when they issuing warnings to not be outside in the sun and all this stuff that we have every year. So I was trying to figure out what you guys do. What you guys do on complex, the side-by-side complexes, the side-by-side condos. You know, like I said, they vary in size with the condos and then the house connecting together. side-by-side houses connected together. And if you got a side-by-side house, that yard is a little bit bigger than the average yard that's out that you service. So I'm thinking look, so she said that, hey, I found somebody that's a little bit more budget friendly. That's what she said, budget friendly. But if it doesn't work, I'll revisit you. I'm thinking to myself, if you revisit me, either A, I'm not going to respond to it, or B, I'm going to up the price on you. Because you found somebody that you say that's budget friendly, which I think I'm giving you. I don't know what you think you're supposed to be getting. It's 2 people, 2 doors. See, I look at it as 2 doors. I don't try to give too many people that's in, because they try to do that so that they could get a deal. Hey, I'm going to get my side cut, because it's all connected, at least in the back. The whole back is connected, but the front is not, because you got the driveway separating the grass. So you got to go on one side, cut that one side, cut the other one, and then in the back, the whole backyard is together. So basically, when I'm looking at condos and things like that, I'm looking at 2 doors. So I'm not really giving you a discount because you're trying to get, the next door neighbor to, on board and stuff like that. You guys are going to have to pay regardless. So I'm charging 2 doors. So each individual complex, you should at least be paying heck, $45 a piece. 40. Some people say you need to be paying $50 a piece. That's $100. So I broke it down to the point that, $48, to start out with, to get me in the door. That's not bad. You'll be paying, and I tried to explain it to her too. I say, usually I charge $55 to cut any size lawn. And then I said, you're saving a little bit of money because I'm charging $97. You break that down, it comes to 48 something a piece. And, we can make this work. So each week, each one of y'all are paying $48 a piece, which is not bad. 2 households, but I think a lot of customers look at it different, when they try to get that bargain deal, or, the side-by-side houses or complexes or duplexes and things like that. I think they try to get a deal, saying, hey, if I find somebody, I'll have them cut your side too, and I'll get a bulk price, or let's see what type of price we could get if I include you in on it. So y'all just let me know what you guys do. I know I've been rambling about it, but sometimes I just be thinking you end up giving a little bit of a little window, a little bit of a deal, and they still want to go down even more. So I don't know if they think I'm supposed to be cutting that whole thing for $50. There's no way I'll cut it for $50 when I see 2 doors and the size of the yard. It just don't make any sense. But who am I? I'm just a lawn care guy that's just out here trying to make a couple of dollars, I guess. Probably get some beer money or whatever. No, I'm like I said, you're rolling up in a truck. Anytime you pull up to somebody's house, just remember that you have a truck, you have insurance on your business, you have insurance on your vehicles, you got insurance on your equipment, you got insurance on everything, and you got about $40,000 to $50,000 sitting on the back of your rig. You know, some people got more than that. I see some people rolling around with 3 zero turns, 52-inch zero turns. That's 15, 30. That's like $45,000 right there. Just in lawnmowers, zero turns, $45,000. Then you got a truck. Some people got $50,000, $60,000, $70,000 trucks. You're already pushing over $100,000 right there. And then don't forget your backpack and your trimmers and all the other additive stuff you got. So yeah, guys, I was just wondering. Sorry for rambling, but I'll get back with you on the next video. What do you guys do? I hope you got the scenario right. How do you guys charge when it's a duplex, side by side? You know, like I said, I know there are some side-by-side duplexes that have smaller yards and things like that, where you can look at it as just a regular yard, where you can knock it out and still charge them your minimum 55, 60, 70 bucks. Or you know how those houses look that's a duplex, but they're side-by-side houses with three bedrooms. So they got 2-car garages, 3 bedrooms on each side. It's almost like doing 2 yards, you know? So do you charge double? Or, you know, whatever, when you have the other customer wanting to cut the whole thing. I'm just going to pay for the whole thing. Okay. So anyway, guys, I'm out. Check me out on the next video. Peace.